Guys and girls, it's Know It time!
Alright, so today I'm going to teach you a next lesson. This is called mutually exclusive. Exclusive. A lot of people have trouble with this. Versus, I call this me, by the way. Mutually exclusive, I call it me. Versus, not mutually exclusive. Not me. Or I call it enemy. Or not me, whatever you like. So I'm going to use short form, enemy, or just me. So you got to know the difference. So guys and gals, it's Know It time. Your favorite time of the day. Only reason you're here is because of this one class. 1, 2, 3. And we'll do our classic drawing one last time for this week.
When shall we be done this next week?
No, on your final exam, it'll be complete. It will be shown on your final exam. Doot. 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 Fella.
There was one more in the middle.
There was something else.
Yeah, there was something else.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later. But for guys and gals, I'm going to teach you vocabularies. Now, I'm going to teach you, first one is me. Okay? M-E, which is mutually exclusive. It means this. If two events, keyword here is cannot. Okay? Underline the word cannot. Is important. A lot of people get mixed up between me and not me. Occur at the exact same time. If two events cannot occur at the exact same time, which is called mutually exclusive. I'll give you an example. Example.
What was exact same?
Exact same time. Well, what's wrong with exact?
Should be exact same.
Oh, exact. Makes sense. Here is your example. Living in Surrey and living in Quebec. Okay? I cannot live in Surrey and Quebec at the exact same time. So this is examples I'm called mutually exclusive. And right now, I don't know if you're listening to the news in Quebec, what's happening in Quebec. Riots every single day.
About what?
Education crisis.
Yep.
Huh?
The Quebec students are being spoiled brats.
They want to separate themselves. There's a smoke bomb. Well, no, it's kind of expensive.
Okay.
Super kids.
Quebec has the lowest tuition fee ever in Canada, of all places in Canada.
Yet they're still
Quebec has the lowest, so the government's thinking of raising by about 10%, and the students go on a riot. And they have been on a riot that's going on for about 3 months already. Every single day there's a riot. Because, and even if they raise the tuition price by 10%, they still have the lowest in the country, and they're still not happy.
Yeah,
So
but still raising it.
in BC, you pay a couple thousand more than Quebec, and people in Quebec are not happy. That's why they're called spoiled brats.
We should write.
We should riot. Please. So, living in Surrey and living in Quebec. Here's another one. Drawing a card. Okay? You're going to draw a card. Card is 2 or king. So you can't have a 2 king at the exact same card. This is called mutually exclusive. Drawing a card. Card is 2 or king.
You're having trouble with your English words now.
Card.
Wait, what do you mean we can't draw? Oh, yeah.
Because a card cannot be a 2 and a king merged together. You gotta have just one or other. So this is called mutually exclusive. If it's me, here's a formula for me. Me is given by the word or. I've taught you or. Sorry? Or means add.
Was it talking about me or and?
We're still talking about me.
But living in Surrey
And live in Quebec. It's called mutually exclusive.
like
No, it doesn't matter because I'm teaching or for now. And means add. Okay. Or means add. So I've. What's going on?
yeah.
No, or means add. See, the word "and" here has nothing to do with the thing. It just says I can live in Surrey and Quebec at the exact same time. P, if it's me, your formula is this: PA or B equals to PA plus PB. That's all we do. We add them together. I'll give you an example. Draw a card. What's the probability? This was on your exam, I believe. A 2 or a king. 2 or a king. You have to figure out, can you have a 2 and a king at the exact same time? And the answer is no. So if it's not, we're going to use a me formula, which is, write down the formula for me, which is P2 plus PK. Okay, I'm just adding the two probabilities together. Probability getting a 2 is simply, which is 1 in 13, plus 1 in 13. See, if it's me, it's very simple. I just add 1 with the other, which is 2 in 13. And that's it. That is all we do. Because it's me, you just add 1 to the other. But now, if it's not me, it's a bit more confusing. Put a star beside this. Enemy. Okay. Enemy means 2 events can occur together. 2 events can occur together at the exact same time.
Why is this one start?
Because a lot of students get confused between ME versus enemy and ME. Okay. Example. Living. My pen right now. Living in Surrey
In a house.
and living in BC. Here's another one. Probability of drawing a black or jack. Okay. See, I can have a blackjack at the exact same time. So if this is called enemy. Formula for enemy is given by this formula. P A or B equals to PA plus PB, but there's one huge difference. Minus PAB. This is where students are going to get in trouble with. A lot of students on exams, they always forget to minus this. If 2 events can occur at the exact same time, you have to minus it. The probability of them occurring together. For example, I'm going to give you a question. P. You're going to draw. Oh.
Well, Phil has been in control of this contest since the first contest.
Hang on.
Rock and roll is the message from...
My computer's acting up. It's just acting up on its own. P. Red or ace. Guys, gals, before we gotta use a formula, you have to figure out, can you have red and ace occurring together at the exact same time? If you can, we gotta use the NME formula. If you can't, then it's the me formula. On your exams, I can't tell you if they can occur together. You have to figure that on your own. I had a question very similar to this on your exam. 30% people got this wrong. This is what they did. They went P, R, plus PA. And they just add them together because they said Mr. No, that's an OR statement. But you forgot one more thing. Minus P R A. Because I can have the moment you can have a red ace occurring together at the exact same time, you have to minus it. So now, just calculate PR. Well, PR really is 1 in 13. No, not 1 in 13. 1 in 2. There are 4 aces, which is 1 in 13. Here, this is where you're going to use logic. How many red and it's an ace? It has to be a red ace. 2 in 52, which is 1 in 26. Guys, gals, figure this out for me. This is where students will make error. They forget to minus. When you don't minus it, you're going to get into a lot of trouble. I'm going to pause it and let you. If you did this right, I believe you should get 7 over 13. Hi.
You can just leave it in like over 52 until the end, right? And then you can simplify it.
You got to simplify it.
No, you can simplify it at the end, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. You make same denominator, which is 26. So this is 13 over 26 plus something plus something. Hi. How do you get 1 over 26? Because there are 2 red ace, which is 2 and 52, agree? Which is 1 in 26. Because there are 2 red ace in a deck. Sorry? No. I want a red ace. A red RA means red ace. Try another one. Again, you have to figure out, am I going to just add or is there subtraction involved? A lot of students, they just use any random method and they make mistakes. I want, draw a card, probability, that's a face or club. Go. 1 card. So this is where you gotta think, is this me or not me?
Yes or no? Did your ace
12.
count as a face?
Sorry?
Did your ace count as a face too, right?
Whoa, ace is not a face.
Not a face, right?
Nope.
No face.
But Kieran, is this me or not me? It's a not me question. If it's not me, we know there has to be subtraction involved. If you don't subtract, the whole question is wrong, even though say, but Mr. No, I got half of the question right, I get a half mark. The answer is no. Because me and not me question has to be precise. You cannot just halfway and say, here's my answer. I forgot to subtract. See, this is a not me question, enemy. If it's enemy, we use the enemy formula.
How many face cards are there?
There's 12 face cards. So we go 12 over 52 plus 13 over 50. We can in a second. Minus. I want face and a club. 3 out of. No. Oh.
Yeah.
What is 3 out of? Think about. I'm gonna let you have a minute and think about this for a second. Because if you think about it, there are.
It could be the other 12.
Guys, gals.
But the whole picture is 3 out of 52.
In the whole picture, there's 3 out of 52 is correct. Add them together. So that gives you 25 minus 3 is 22. 22 over 52, which is 11 over 26. So the probability of you getting a face or a club is 11 over 26. Try this one for me, please.
How many face cards are there?
I'm going to give you a super no question. And you got to use logic. Hi. How do you get 3 out of 52? Because if I use a formula, I'm going to write down a formula for you. P, F, or C equals to PF
Team challenge?
plus, PC minus PFC. That means, PFC means face and a club. Here's your super no challenge. Your question is it me or not me?
That's the question?
Explain. I'm gonna give you
20 minutes.
20 minutes, please.
What is
PA equals to 2 over 5. PB equals to 1 over 4. PA or B equals to 13 over 20. That's all the information you're given. From this information, your job is to tell me, is this a me or not me question? How do you know? I'm going to pause it. This question, a lot of people are stuck saying, no, I don't see any cards, I don't see any things. All I see is numbers. See, according to me, if it's me, I'm going to just use the formula PA or B equals to PA plus PB if it's me. They give me PA, they give me PB. Why don't I add them together? If it matches to exactly this, I know it's a me question. If it doesn't, it has to be an enemy. Okay? So if I add this together, 2 over 5 plus 1 over 4, it actually equals to 13 over 20. So which means I don't need to subtract anything. Which means it's actually a me question. How many? First time the whole class got it right. I'll make sure it'll be the only time the whole class gets it right. Too easy. So if I give you another question like this.
Wait, what?
No, this is.
I was gonna be like, I want to go then,
You guys, what if I give you like PA equals to 0.3, PB equals to 0.2, PA or B equals to 0.4.
Enemy.
Okay. If you look at this question, this is going to be an enemy question. 0.1 is PAB. That's correct. Okay. The reason why is this is going to be enemy. Reason why is if I add these two together, it doesn't give me 0.4. So I know there's going to be a PAB somewhere involved, and that's an enemy. This seems easy now. I promise you, 30% of you will get a question like this wrong on your exam. Happens every year. And a lot of people, they always come back and give me this excuse if they say, Mr. No, but you told me or is add. Okay? You have to be careful. Hi.
Question. How do you know what A or B equals to?
From here?
Yeah, like minus or whatever, AB.
Oh, here's the reason why.
Where'd you get the 0.1 from?
I'm going to use the formula PA or B, right? I'm just going to use the formula. I'm going to pretend it's a me question. PA plus PB. If I add these two together, I should get 0.4 if it's me. But when I add them together, I get 0.5. Agree?
Yeah.
So which means they have to have a minus PAB involved. What must PAB be? Well, that's easy. That's going to be 0.1.
So try to get it to your.
I have to.
Oh,
So
okay.
PAB is going to be 0.1.
So you're always trying to make it equal to PA or B, right?
Yep. And to figure out is me or enemy. That's called mutually exclusive versus not mutually exclusive. Very nice. Your work. Page.
It's gonna get everything.
Numero 1, 2, 12. That's it. Now, I'm going to show you Venn diagrams tomorrow. But, now, before we start...